For this project, we are exploring mixed media and using wire as our foundation. So you need to make about 3 to 4 lengths of wire. We're using the stiffer wire so it can hold its shape, and we want them to be about 16 to 20 inches each. This will give you kind of a medium, small size sculpture. So the example I'm working with here is smaller, and that's just, it fits better on the video. So just keep in mind, make them longer than what you see here. We want something that's around 6 to 12 inches in terms of like the total shape. So we need longer wire so we can create volume. So I'm joining these 3 to 4 pieces of wire in the middle. You don't have to do it this way. I just find it's a good kind of starting point to create a form. So I'm twisting them and kind of wrapping them around each other. Nothing's particularly fancy. And I'm going to create sort of like a stem here. You, again, don't have to do it this way. It gives me somewhere to hold on to and maybe attach other things to. So I'm just kind of crimping that down, making sure that I have it tightly wrapped maybe with a leg of one of these wires. And now I need to create form. So form is like a three-dimensional object, right? And I want this to be non-representational for this project, meaning that it doesn't look like any actual object in real life. It might resemble things when you're done with it, but you're not trying to specifically recreate something. Pay attention to things like spacing of, the openings, the size of them, the proportions. Just take a look at it, see what looks interesting. So I'm just crimping down my ends. I'm attaching these ends of wire together to kind of create these sort of petal shapes or leaf shapes. So, non-representational, but I can certainly find some imagery in here. Now, you are going to be using mixed medium. That means that more than one material has been combined in a way that is visible and means that it's a key part of your artwork, right? So if it was an armature that you don't see, that doesn't mean it's mixed medium because it's not really a key part of the artwork. So you get to choose what mixed medium you use. I'm just showing a few common, kind of easy to work with ones. So in this case, this is like a tissue paper. You could also use coffee filters. I'm cutting generally a little larger than my shape and then creating these little tabs that I'm going to fold over and glue. This is basically the idea behind maybe creating like a paper lantern. Now, you could do this for the whole thing like I started to do here. Right? You only want to use one material. Now, I'm going to show you some other examples on the same demo piece, but that doesn't mean that's what you're doing. You are just using one other material in combination with wire. So you could also use paper in like strips, and that's just going to give a different look. And I was using glue here, but I absolutely could use, say, like a paper mache paste out of flour and water. And actually that would probably give me even better adhesion if I wasn't just doing it on the ends. So you can see I could use brown craft paper or newspaper. Yarn or thread or string of some sort could work. I could use it to really create a dense area by weaving it back and forth. Or you could give it some gaps if you wanted to. So like I said, there's really, the sky's the limit in terms of what other material you use here. The main thing is that you're using a wire frame and adding another material to it.